All right, welcome to the first group vlog. We got a cool cast of characters. We got JC Carrillo from the Texas Power Hour. What's going on, JC?
What's going on, fellas? Glad to be here, man.
For sure. And then we got Joshua Liles of Chicago Bears Nation. I mean, pretty much everything. He's doing a lot of work for Wegrin. That's how we all know each other. We're part of Wegrin Enterprises. We haven't put together a name for this yet. I said toilet talk maybe, but Josh shut that down pretty
Yeah, I
quick.
shut that down pretty quick. That
We'll
didn't
we'll
last
have
long.
we'll have to brainstorm for some names. I
It
don't want to
gives
do
it
it at Simple
character,
Man Radio.
man. It gives character. I liked it.
maybe
Toilet
maybe I
talk.
was thinking maybe we'd like mix all the names. We could do the simple Bears Nation Power Hour, but I don't know that doesn't flow.
Man, let's
Just
talk
combine
about
them
tongue
all.
twister, man.
But I think we're gonna be at work a lot when we do it, so maybe we'll call it the work. The I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyways, we got a Thursday night game tonight. Kind of boring. Dolphins at Texans. JC, you cover the Texans for Power Hour, but I'm going to let Josh start off. What are you expecting from this game? Is it going to be worth watching? What do you think?
I
Well,
think.
first,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, JC. Go ahead. You.
So first of all, I don't think it's gonna be boring because we have the great Brock Osweiler in this game, right?
That is
I mean,
exactly where I was gonna go to.
he hasn't been terrible lately. He's not great. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, past 2 games, and I think he's 1-1 in the stars. I think didn't they win last week or did they lose to Detroit too?
They
They
lost to the
lost last
Lions.
week and they beat this team called the Bears. They're not very good.
Oh, shut up! I don't even want to talk about that.
Oh man, that's why you're here, man. So we can't talk about it.
No, yeah,
So
Brock Osweiler is the dink and dunk king, and I think Texans will pick that up really fast with their linebacker crew and their cornerback crew and their safety crew. They've got a pretty solid defense, and by pretty solid, they have a really good defense. J.J. Watt's no joke. Khalil Mack was hurt for most of the game during the Dolphins game, so I think J.J. Watt, if he doesn't get it done, I can tell you Jadeveon Clowney is better than Leonard Floyd, and he's going to get it done. So there's just too many weapons on the Texans defense for Brock Osweiler to be able to do what he's been doing the past 2 games. Because the Lions, they don't have. I mean, who's their pass rush? Like they don't really have one. So it's
no, I completely agree with you. Houston has I want to say a top 5 front seven in the entire league. You have Zach Cunningham at the linebacker position. That's RDA's boy. You can't get that guy to shut up about this guy, Zach Cunningham. But you have Whitney Merciless when he's not hurt. You have Jadeveon Clown and you have JJ Watt. And up until last season they had Brian Cushing. And man, I'm forgetting somebody. It's gonna bug me until I remember him. But this front seven combined with the Honey Badger Tyrann Mathieu in the secondary,
hmm
Tyrann Mathieu can be borderline considered a slot corner. In situations they have him at strong safety, situations they have him at a slot cornerback.
for
But
sure. Cardinals did that all the time with him.
Yeah,
and
I think the Dolphins are banged up. It's a revenge game for the Texans for paying Brock Osweiler all that money. Uh, they have like none of their weapons. Stills is out. Wilson's out. I don't expect much out of Miami. It's a Thursday game. They got to go all the way from their nice homes in Miami, all the way to little old Houston. Houston's at home. Deshaun Watson, I see him making some plays. So I'm going Texans, and I just can't pick the Dolphins. I'm from Florida, and I deal with Dolphins fans all the time, and so I'm going Texans. But
I
Yeah.
mean,
we had World Series Game 2 last night. I'm a known Red Sox hater, so I'll save my opinions for a little later after we talk about the game. But JC, I know you like the baseball. Dodgers are down
oh,
2-0. I don't. I hate to say it, but I don't know
we
if there's
don't.
going to be a comeback. What'd you see in that game that kind of like put the coffin in LA? And do you think they have a chance of coming back in this series?
The two. Obviously pitching and hitting. This you can't have baseball without either one of them. But the main thing that stuck out to me was David Price. In past years he's been struggling. He's been known to struggle in the playoffs, but over the past 2 games, he's gone 12 innings, only allowed 2 runs, and he's had 14 strikeouts in 12 innings. That's over a strikeout in innings. So David Price, he showed up. He back in Houston, in that deciding game 5, he came up to the manager. I can't, man, is Alex Cora. Man, name always slips my mind. He went up to Alex Cora and said, "Hey, I'm ready. Give me the ball." I mean, in some situations, some people are speculating that maybe he was afraid of the spotlight, but in the last series, he definitely proved himself. Went 6 innings. Last week he didn't give up any earned runs against Houston, who, in my opinion, were just a hair better than Boston. I mean, it was a great series by Boston. They completely dominated Houston. I mean, yeah, there was some injuries. Jose Altuve actually just had a surgery on his knee. He was playing banged up. They said if it was a regular season game, if the game didn't matter, he wouldn't have played. But that just goes to show you the kind of player Jose Altuve is. But that also just shows you David Price isn't afraid of the spotlight anymore, because last night he only gave up 2 runs, 3 hits, in 6 innings as well. And then, I mean, the game 1, Clayton Kershaw got knocked around, and it's like the pitching is gonna be what decides this entire series, because
Yeah.
they're gonna go to LA, but you have Rick Porcello on the mound for game 3, who's 17-7, who was very much in the Cy Young race. So I mean, pitching against his own 2 teammates, Chris Sale and David Price, there's 3 Cy Young type players on this team.
Yeah, and like you said, like the only way I saw Dodgers win is if Clayton Kershaw wins every start and wins dominantly, and the Dodgers taking advantage of David Price and getting some knocks off him. I hate to say it because, like I said, I'm a Yankees fan. I hate the Red Sox. I hate that they're enjoying success. Some of their fans are trolling me. They come and like my stuff every time they win a series. But I'm still going to say Dodgers in 6, because I refuse to give the Red Sox any credit. They, as much as they're winning right now, they're like a bitter ex-girlfriend. They still care about us. They're still chanting Yankees sucks. I see on Twitter people playing the Frank Sinatra song. Like, why are you obsessed with us? You beat us like 2 weeks ago. That's like the Patriots chanting Titans suck in the Super Bowl last year. It just doesn't make any sense. So say I'm dumb and naive, but I'm calling Dodgers in 6. And yeah, I'm a fan and I'm a hater of the Red Sox, so I'm just dealing with it. Josh, did you catch the game last night?
I didn't catch the game, but I don't really know baseball that well, but I do know fans, and I can tell you based off the fans and their reactions of the game, it does not seem good. Like they're very poor in spirit. They don't seem like they're very excited about any of these games. And I even saw a call out there like, "Hey, get to the game, support your guys," but like, how much are the tickets? They're like $700 to get in. So like, I don't know. What? Say that again.
Just so you can see the team lose. I mean, you're talking about. I mean, Dodgers fans are really, because I see Boston, and it's like, everybody knows the curse of Babe Ruth. After all them years, after 86 years, I believe. I mean, they finally won the series back in 04. It was the turn of everything, because since then, I mean, they've been in the World Series, I want to say 4 times, 5 times. And
Yeah, we
this
know,
year,
JC. We don't want to talk about all that.
I know, buddy, I know. But see, like, I was kind of with you before the series started. I mean, I still kind of am, because Clayton Kershaw's a hometown boy, because he's from Highland Park. He played baseball with Matthew Stafford. So every time, Detroit comes to town, or every time LA comes to town, and either one of those 2 players are playing, you have people flocking to the stadiums to watch these guys play. So, there's a ton of Dodger support up here in DFW. So seeing Clayton Kershaw getting knocked around isn't exactly a sight for sore eyes. You know what I mean? It's not exactly what we want to see when we turn on the TV. I wanted to see great baseball, and we have seen great baseball from Boston. Poor pitching from the Dodgers, because in that first game, you got 2 pitchers getting knocked around for at minimum 4 runs each. Oh, Kershaw 5, and that other guy, what's his name, is gonna bug me. I think it's Ryu. Maybe not that.
And Ryu.
Something like that. But man, Kershaw got rocked for 5 runs. And then last night, Hanjun Ryu, the guy from Street Fighter. That guy, Ryu.
It's an Asian name. It's like, you could just put some syllables together. Henrin Yu, Yinrin Du. There's all kinds of possibilities you could do with it. Nobody's gonna call you out on it. But hey, exactly.
So
Good
Street gotta
first vlog. Yeah,
This episode seems to be pick on New York, so I'm gonna do that really quick to bring up football one more time. The worst team in the red zone is the Jets. Okay, second worst is the Texans. So, and that's why I'm bringing it up. The Texans are the second worst in the red zone in the NFL right now. So we said it. You said that the Texans were going to win over the Dolphins, which I believe they're going to win as well. But it's not going to be an easy game, I don't think. But the third worst team in the red zone.
We know you don't have to bring it up. You don't have to bring it up.
It's the New York Football Giants. I just wanted to say that real quick. I just wanted to throw that in.
We're on the hockey. New Jersey's got a game tonight. We're not worried about the Giants right now.
We're on.
But anyway, I do think that the football game will be tight because I don't think either team is great. That being said, good first vlog. There'll be another one tomorrow. We're gonna change the cast out here and there. So good stuff. And we haven't found a name for it yet.
We'll figure something out. We'll
I'm put a link out. We'll have it on Twitter around 5:00. I guess if you're listening to this, you don't care what time it's out because you're already listening to it. Anyways, that's JC, Josh. This is Bobby.
Shoots.
And we haven't found a tagline to get out tonight yet. So, bye.
Bye.